All right, good morning everyone. My name is Corey. Thank you so much for tuning in with me today. As the disclaimer goes, I am not a financial advisor. Please do your own research and do not invest in anything you are not willing to lose or hold for a very long time. Without further ado, let's get into today's big news. Binance, right? What's going on with Binance? Happy April Fool's Day, guys. Just a little light humor. Binance is not delisting Litecoin or any coins at that matter for what I know, but I just thought it would be a great April Fool's Day. So happy April Fool's Day, everyone. Please enjoy the day and take it lightly. Add a little humor to your coworkers and friends and family lives. And now let's start getting into today's news. So the range, we're still sticking within the range today. We are staying within the 17-cent range. As of yesterday, we were at 17.2. As of this morning, we are at 17.2. So no huge gains as of the Bearable Bulls April 1st timeline. So missed that. That's all right. There's a lot happening in the government, so it may just take a little longer than we expected. Okay, as we know, Ripple releases its escrow every month. Ripple releases 1 billion XRP from escrow, but sends 74 million XRP to an unknown wallet. So the company moved 74 million XRP worth $12.6 million from one of its over-the-counter wallets to a wallet of unknown origin on Monday, which may be a sale to a third party. Usually we see a billion in escrow come out, and in two 500 million XRP increments, and then both of those are usually just transferred back into the Ripple wallets. But this time 74 million stayed out and were transferred to a random wallet that we don't know about. So some new things in the works there. Congratulations to Wietse Wind. He is a developer for Spring and has come up with the Sum app. It is spelled X-U-M-M. I always called it Zoom, but it is called Sum, and I just wanted to show there is a massive undertaking of people testing this out. It has been 36 hours. There are already 7,800 users, so it's doing well. As I hear, people are really interacting with it and giving some great feedback, so it's an excellent app. I already have it on my phone. I've already tried transacting small amounts with it. Works pretty well, and I would like to see the continued support for this and so that it can be a mainstream app for banking. It would be really, really amazing. All right, so against Ripple now offers theory that XRP may not be a security. Well, this is still continuing with the original lawsuit that we've been going by. The judge gave a 28-day period of time where they could insert some more information to help their court case. The amendments seem aimed to inject the alternative theory into suit in case the judge rules that Ripple did not issue and sell an unregistered security. So in the event that she's like, no, it's not a security, they already put other stuff in there to try and make it look like Ripple is doing the wrong thing. So if I'm going to read a couple highlighted portions, U.S. District Judge Phyllis Hamilton in the Northern District of California is the preceding judge over the case. If this is definitely the FUD that I would be expecting to see now that crypto markets are starting to have eyes on them in terms of the abnormal financial problems that we're having today. Blech. The amendments seem aimed to inject the alternative theory into the suit that case that judge rules that Ripple did not issue and sell an unregistered security. However, as discussed above, more than 60% of XRP is owned by Ripple, and none of that XRP is used for anything at all other than to be sold in the future to invest. The filing states was false when made, as throughout 2017, Garlinghouse sold millions of XRP on various crypto exchanges. Review of the XRP ledger indicates that Garlinghouse sold at least 67 million XRP in 2017, and that he sold any XRP he received from Ripple within days of such a receipt. My backlash to this is that, you can hold it or you can sell it. It's up to you. If you want to take profits on your own tokens, go for it. Is there insider information going on? I don't know. There's also another small section, I can't really find it right now, but talking about the sale of Ripple and what it's being used for. And I lost my train of thought on that. So we're going to continue on. So, coincidence? BlackRock hires former Ripple executive. So, BlackRock is the largest financial company in the entire world. They're asset managers. They hold $7.4 trillion worth of assets on their books. And it seems that BlackRock and Ripple are in cohorts together. This is the CEO of BlackRock on cryptocurrency. I'd like you to listen to this for just 45 seconds.
When I was going to sign the receipt or the electronic thing, they'd asked me, do I want to pay in euro or dollar?
Yeah.
And I said, okay, dollar. Then I looked at it. I'm still being charged at 3%.
Terrible.
Okay? So, and when you think about all the people who send money, you know, they may work in one country, send money back home. They generally do that through organizations that charge 5 to 10%. Yeah.
Cross-border
whether it's
is
a
what he
Libra
wants to say.
or something else, to
XRP.
democratize the exchange of foreign currencies. Today, with computers and electronic market,
there shouldn't be that.
It should be 10 basis points.
What he's saying is it should be fast, it should be cheap, and it should be reliable across borders because we are in the 21st century. And the only thing that we know that can do that right now is the XRP ledger. So I think he is blatantly saying, you know what? I can't say this on television, but I definitely believe in what XRP can do. All right. Ripple Spring wants to make XRP transactions private. Is this possible? Okay, so in his blog post, Warren Paul Anderson, the head of the Spring developer community, explains that XRP can be made anonymous with the help of blinded tags that would obfuscate the source and destination tags from anyone apart from the originator and the source of a specific transaction. In such a way, private payments on the XRP ledger would appear random to third parties. I think that one of the biggest cases against this is the fact that we are trying to be in the same room with regulators. We're trying to do what we need to do in order for the banks to say this is a good system for us to use. And one of the things that banks don't want to see are completely private tokens. This is why we have a problem with Monero. This is why we have a problem with Zcash. They don't want people to, they want eyes on all of these transactions. They don't want to not know what's going on. So do I think it's a great addition to the XRP ledger? Absolutely. I really, really would like my transactions to be private. I don't want people seeing what I'm paying for. If I wanted to order something that probably shouldn't be ordered, I don't want people looking at it. It's just the way it is. However, if you want to be in the same room as the regulators, I don't think that a privacy coin is going to do it. So if you add privacy to the XRP ledger, will it affect the way that regulators are currently looking at the ledger? Just my own personal question. Spring also made an announcement about the Spring wallet adding support for Stream protocol. It allows users to send and receive in the form of encrypted packets of money or data over blockchain agnostic interledger by establishing an HTTP connection. All developers can now integrate streaming payments into their applications with the help of testnet XRP. So XRP inside of all HTTP applications. That's websites, that's ordering music, that's ordering, you know, your ebooks or whatever, built on top of inserting the XRP ledger into all of those transactions. That is huge news to me. It's huge news because there's no more system of waiting around for cash to clear or waiting those 2 or 3 days if you make a purchase online to see it happen in your bank account. This would be instant. It would be ready to rock and roll. So that's great news. We've got Australian University to offer blockchain courses after partnering with Ripple. I didn't highlight anything in this. This is the second time that Ripple has partnered with a university in order to progress the development of distributed ledger technology and teach people how to use it and how to develop on top of it. So not only are we trying to work with regulators, we're also trying to teach people about how to use the technology rather than just pushing it on everybody. Here's a cool tweet by David Schwartz at Joel Katz. Want to see what $200 billion looks like? Well, this is what $200 billion looks like. This is $1 billion right here on one banknote. Reserve Bank of Zimbabwe. So if you don't think hyperinflation is a possibility, and your dollar bills, y'all, don't look like they're gonna increase in value, imagine going to the bank and being able to pull out $1 billion bill. That's insanity. It's absolutely insanity. So those are things to consider in our current situation with the Fed printing an unlimited amount of money with zero reserve requirements for the banks. All right, so that's about all I've got on directly related to Ripple and XRP. But there is some other things that have been happening in the news. One of these things is a court case that was filed on February 26, 2020, the United States Southern District of California. It is a huge court case against the misuse of artificial intelligence, cybernetics, robotics, biometrics, facial recognition, bioengineering, biotechnology, 5G, 6G, and quantum computing technologies, again, endangering the human race with the misuse of artificial intelligence technologies. And they are attacking Google. They are attacking Joe Biden, Barack Obama, Hillary Clinton, Nancy Pelosi, like all of these people. Massachusetts Institute of Technology, MIT, like every big name or institution is being attacked right now for the misuse of technology in order to, basically turn the human population into kind of like I don't want to say slave race, but they're trying to track everybody. They're trying to get everybody to use the same system and track facial recognition and biometrics and all that. Keep us tracked, essentially. All right, today in the stock market, it looks like Dow futures keep dropping. I was up at 5 a.m. starting the research for today's video, and as I started, Dow was down about 400 points, and it's now 6:56 a.m., and the Dow is down 678 points on the futures. So it looks like that's going to be based on the current pandemic cases, and the White House is predicting 100 to 240,000 blah 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 blahs. All right, moving on. So there are new guidelines for the IMF during this situation that I thought would be interesting to read. There are 7 guidelines for the banking system that they've put out. 1, don't change the rules. New initiatives could cause more confusion. So supervisors are being asked to focus on maintaining ongoing operations. Use the buffers. Proper management should allow banks to manage strains on liquidity and revenue loss from missed loan repayments. Encourage loan modification. Banks should be provocative in rescheduling their loan portfolio for borrowers hit hard by the temporary shock, utilizing flexible credit risk management. Don't hide the losses. Transparency will prevent the crisis from getting even worse. Clarify regulatory treatment of support measures. Clarifying how banks should work with borrowers, credit guarantees, and direct transfers, among other activities, can help with overall transparency. Strengthen communication. Work remotely with the unprecedented move, and keeping everyone at home requires an open dialogue and some adjustments, particularly regarding reporting requirements, and coordinate across borders. The integrity of the global financial system is at risk, requiring broad coordination. Okay, the final measure is pivotal to the health of the banking network at large. According to the IMF, as the strain on the entire global financial system will pressure banking professionals to keep the very fabric of the global network intact. So following these rules will help keep the global financial network intact. We need to coordinate across borders. We need to not hide our losses so we know how much money to pay out everybody. And we need to clarify regulatory treatment of support measures. So we need clarity on regulation. Okay, the last thing that I want to leave you guys with is a quote from The Secret at The Secret. Think thoughts of perfection, good health, and well-being. Illness cannot exist in a body that has nothing but harmonious thoughts. So take it easy today. Be kind, be patient, be healthy in your mind, and conduct April Fools with fun and excitement, and enjoy the rest of your day. All right, guys, have a good one.